Well, it's been a week, but we're back with some more Alan Wake finally. It sucks that we stopped after the cool Herald of Darkness part, and then I was like, okay, well, I'll play this again in a week. Man, what a place to stop. But yeah, we got me stuff to talk about, so we're gonna do it while we play. Um, let's start with the week. We just finished up the second week of this new class, and I'm not feeling it. The class themselves, they're great. I don't have any real complaints about any of them. Uh, they're they're just fine. It's what I'm teaching that I hate. Also, Migs, you're probably gonna run into some spoilers here, man. So I'll keep this brief for you because I know you're trying not to get this game spoiled for you. Um, yeah, basically the material, I don't feel like I'm teaching them anything, and I'm really worried that they're gonna fail an exam that is coming up next week. So we'll see about that. But the main story is that uh, so my sister has been living in Georgia for about the last year or so.
This performance the Dark Place was putting on, but I had no control over it. I knew how utterly lost I was.
He's a monologue about this for a minute. She's been living in Georgia for about the past year, and she uh
The payphone was ringing again.
is moving back
Back at it.
because she got in a spat with the people she was living with. And long story short, she thought she had an apartment secured here. I picked her up from the bus stop, uh, took her to where the apartment is at, and it's a scam.
Last time the caller pointed me in the right direction.
They wanted Apple gift cards for this apartment. She's already out $200, and that's not even the rent. That was just a security deposit. I talked to the scammer and tried to get him to meet up with us, but I know that's not going to happen. But at least I was there to keep her from giving him this gift card. So she could have been out, let's see, $600. But so far she's only out $200, and she's gonna try to get a charge back for that 200 through Chime. But that's the really abridged version of it. What a fucking day dealing with that. I know I'm kind of sitting here putzing around, but I don't want to do anything until I get at least the basic story out. Um, so she's gonna be, well, it's not she is homeless at the moment because she can't live with me because they're really strict with our lease. And I'll be honest, I don't think we can financially support someone for as long as she's gonna want. Um, I wish we could, but I mean, Savvy and I are doing things to. It's taking work just to keep us going financially, you know. So, yeah, that's where I've been all day. So I wasn't going to stream, but I haven't done really much of a fun thing all day. Like the funnest thing I've done is hang out with Savvy, which is fun, but it's not like doing a hobby or getting lost in something. So that's why I'm streaming. It's just to kind of get my mind off all that, and yeah. So there's a short version. Migs, you can mute up if you need to. It's good to see you, man. Uh, but we are going to be proceeding forward. It is what it is.
Alan Wake? Do you know who I am?
How the fuck could I?
Whoa! There's that famous temper. Lucky thing I'm not a paparazzi.
You keep jerking me around, refusing to tell me who you are.
You remember? You... Oh, fuck me. Alan, listen. Tell me, how much do you remember? Did you visit Parliament Tower? Did you find anything there?
Yeah. Alice is in danger. Scratch is reaching out to her, and there's another manuscript.
I mean,
Not initiation, return. I saw the title page. I don't remember writing it.
Return. Oh man, this is what we're after. The Scratch can't have it. Our survival, the survival of the fucking cosmic everything depends on this. Come to me. Ocean View Hotel. I left my room key for you. It's right there on the payphone. Remember, the dark place works in loops and rituals. If the waves keep pushing you away, you just need to find another way in. We go with the flow of this ocean.
yeah, later, man.
Catch you soon, brother.
The Ocean View Hotel. A suspicious invitation to a shady meeting. Right on the money for the hard-boiled genre the whole city was built upon.
But yeah, that was the abridged version
My destination.
for Migs. I'll slowly tell the longer version of that story. So, let's see. I guess the beginning's a good place to start. Basically, my sister kind of, well, to give the backstory, she used to live with me.
That delivered me back to the street. What did the mystery caller said? If the waves keep pushing you away, you just need to find another way in.
Yeah, that'd be too easy.
With only dream logic to lead me to the hotel, I looked to the neon signs for guidance.
The Mirror Peak sign. Ah. So she was living with me.
The dark presence is out there. It's hunting me. Its spies are always watching. It's trying to catch me. I think it did more than once. It's stealing from me. Stealing my identity. It wants to be me. Replace me. Twisted version of me. Scratch. Mr. Scratch. It's slithering into the story. Once it's in the story, I have to use it to keep the story true. I got it. I have to make the story darker now. But that gives it power. That's bad. I don't want that. But I have no choice. It's an arms race. I gotta keep it together. Damn it. I'll be the first one to cross the finish line. I have to beat the devil at his own game.
The story I was building was fragile, constantly under attack. There was no time to waste. The dark presence was only a step behind me.
I don't know if I'm gonna really get to tell this story. Because Alan's the kind of person who will constantly narrate. Reminds me of Aloy in Horizon. Because I remember just being like, shut up already. Please. I want to talk.
Casey! You're the killer, the cult leader. It's in your eyes.
No! You've got the wrong man! It's Scratch! There's no time to lose!
You're going nowhere. dead tired. I just wanted it to be over. It was all my fault. I'd had this dark place in my head for so long. Sometimes I'd forget the pain was there. Like it was the way you were supposed to feel. I was not in a dark place. I was the dark place. The source of it all. The vessel. Me and the writer. We were the same.
This place kept pushing me under, getting into my head, poisoning me with darkness. I had to find a way to escape before it was too late. Too late again.
Neighbor of the Beast. Eventually, we'll get a part where he's not gonna narrate every little bit. And I'll tell the longer version because it's a ridiculous story, right? Huh? Like, I know this is a loop. But I wonder if it follows Law 3. Maybe we need to change reality. Okay, it does not follow the Law 3. So it's not a ritual-based thing, probably. Let's borrow that. Can we... Aha! Look at that. Well, that wasn't much of a stash. Those are some words of power. The word of fix. I felt like I never got to upgrade anything with Saga. Is this a loop too? There's Mirror Peak up there, so that's my goal. Anyways, she lived with me for a while after our mom passed, and I moved out. It was let's say July 2023 I moved out. And well, we didn't own the lot that we were on. We did own the trailer that we were in, and it was in both of our names, so like it was just as much her trailer as it was mine, right? Well, she was having difficulties living there, and when I say difficulties, I mean multiple things. Like, she was not financially responsible enough to pay the rent, so she didn't pay it for 4 months, because we did have a lot rent. Again, we didn't have to pay for the trailer, but we did have to pay for the lot we were on. And it was, I mean, it was cheap. It was like $200 a month. And then she had to pay utilities, which the electric could get up there. Like, at its peak, it was like 300 some odd bucks. It was ridiculous. But that's what you get for living a very energy inefficient trailer, right? Well, like, even with her limited income, she should have had no problem, like, financially running the place as long as she didn't do anything silly with her money. Well, unfortunately, my sister is disabled from after she had a stroke. And, which granted, she's always been a very impulsive person. Make sure I'm not being followed. I really don't like the Allen parts, like with how they're designed. Typewriters. So she is like disabled. Like after the stroke, she's even more impulsive and like very emotionally driven with everything. So like she basically just, between sending money to random men online because they paid her a bit of attention, to literally losing $500 out of her pocket in a parking lot, because that did happen and it's silly. Like, why are you carrying that much cash, you know?
I was under attack from a shadow there, but
Ooh. Boy, that projectile they do is nasty. But yeah, like she's not very good with money. She's not very good with her emotions. She's very like impulsive and stuff. Of course I want the best for her and don't want anything bad to happen to her, but I also have had to learn to kind of set some boundaries because we already took care of our parents. And I'm not ready to continue taking care of somebody, because that's literally been my entire adult life up until the last few years, is taking care of people. So like I help her, but like with very defined limits of like, I'll help you out some, but it like nothing long term. So anyways, she ends up kind of losing it at the trailer and being like, I can't live here. It just reminds me of mom all the time, which, all right, sure. Like I'm not going to contest that. She and I process things very differently. Like we could not be more different as siblings, if we tried. What was, there's stuff. So, is this like a no girls allowed fort? Is that what this area is? I don't know, man. So she moves to Georgia, which she does know people in Georgia. They are acquaintances of hers from when she traveled in a carnival. Me, I'm very much the kind of person that, like, I'm fine just kind of hanging out, and you know, I don't mind stability and the same thing. I enjoy and even thrive in the stability, you know, but she has to constantly change stuff up, and you know, like, if things are too stable, she becomes less stable, you know. uh like she needs constant change and new experiences, or else like it kind of drives her bonkers anyways. And that's kind of like where she like lost it at, and she ended up moving from the trailers. So she moved in with her friends in Georgia. They were, you know, like really thrilled about taking her in. um oh, it's humming. Is there something in here maybe? It's funny that he can only heal a certain amount, whereas Saga can pretty much put back everything she's got. It's, I I don't understand some of the decisions they made on separating these two. Sir, fuck off. So she moves down there. It was March 2024.
That could be my way in.
And I know this because she she had somebody living there with her, because she's also the kind of person who can't live alone. She has to have other people, like, no question. And I don't just mean because she is legally disabled, because she is. Hold on.
This city will suck you dry if you stay here for too
Oh my.
You'll end up a lost soul, haunting the streets and alleys, a faded out shadow, glimpsed by some other poor bastard on his way to...
That's my bad. I thought it would keep playing.
City will suck you dry if you stay here for too long. You'll end up a lost soul, haunting the streets and alleys, a faded out shadow, glimpsed by some other poor bastard on his way toward the same fate. Your broken dreams become a broken mirror, and the twisted reflection staring back at you with all the pent-up anger, regret, guilt, and shame was the monster you could never get away from.
Okay. Shit, where was I? She moved to Georgia. She... Yeah, it was... Right, she had the roommate. So she had a roommate that she met at her church. And granted, she didn't know this person. She was introduced to this person because it was thought to be a good idea by the fellow members of her church to have this lady move in with her. It was a terrible idea. They did not get along. My sister just could not stand this lady, and this lady couldn't stand her. They were constantly butting heads, and just like it wasn't working. So my sister like goes kind of manic, and instead of moving out when
I was getting close.
she was supposed to, She moves out an entire month early. And just leaves this chick at our house. This random lady who's paying nothing in rent at that point, is just hanging out at our house now. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Also, how can I get that? Maybe... Oh, but I kind of want that. For the word of power. His upgrades are so easy. Why couldn't Saga's be this easy? I never got any upgrades for her. There is, like, no easy way over there, huh? Yeah, we were just there. So how the shit? Oh, there's a thingamaboo, what's it there? It's probably pointing to that. But I can't find...
The lights affected where the door led to.
Yay, we sniped it. Now I feel better about it. Words of Lamp. So yeah, she left this lady in our house rent-free, using our utilities, which are in both of our names, because the electric company in particular would not let her just have it in her own name. They insisted that because my name was on the title, my name had to be on the electric. Even though I was not residing there, they did not care, which was unfortunate for me. It's very unfortunate. So yeah, when she moved out like a crazy person, and I'm going to use that phrasing for her because, like, she needs more help than anybody she knows can give her, myself included. But we ended up, I went to the trailer and it had been ransacked. She, like, moved out and didn't even take her furniture with her when she moved out. And it was all gone. Sure enough, that lady had people ready, so that the day after she moved out, she sold all of our shit. Like, that was shit that my parents had bought. And it was Like, I already had decided I didn't really want it, but I mean, that was my sister's furniture as far as I'm concerned, and stole pretty much every bit of it. I documented it all, like, hey, here's the state it was left in. It was not like this when I was here just a couple days ago. This is a pretty bad time. But I somehow managed to sell the trailer as is. I only get a couple grand out of it. And oh, hold on, here we go. Come on.
You dream of calling it quits, making a clean break, retiring, escaping, leaving all this sordid misery and terror behind. Getting in a car and driving till you see the sun rise. Somewhere where the sun still rises. Settling down, buying a house, fixing it up, building a life, finding someone. It's a fool's dream. It would all go bad. And having let hope in, it would be unbearably worse than this. You can take the man out of the city, but you can never take the city out of the man.
But yeah, so she didn't have any furniture to take with her to Georgia. So, like, whatever she went down there with in the initial trip, that's pretty much what she had, period. But whatever, she was living with some of her friends. They already had furnishings, so, like, what was she going to do with it anyways? $1 million question that I still don't know the answer to. I told you the story's longer. I haven't even gotten to what happened today. The backstory is
I could use that shotgun.
something. Can I play Coconut? Oh shit. We're gonna do it, but let me finish telling the story.
Caught my eye.
Ocean View cocktail, $25.50. I bet you that is important. Shotguns, 1900. My inventory's full. Fuck you, dude. There's no shoebox. Bitch. I'm coming back for you, damn it. Maybe. Because I want to play that Night Springs episode. That's where I'll put in the price. I should really get the story moving along, huh? Alright, so anyways, I end up getting the roommate to leave the trailer. I sell the trailer, I get about $2,000. And the original plan was to split it in half, but with about half of that being what the bills were, because she hadn't paid the rent in 4 months. She hadn't paid the electricity in like 2. Like, all of it was still going on. I told her, I was like, look, you're not getting your half because I have to pay your back bills that have both of our names on it. That's what your money's going to. And I didn't give her a choice. So, like, I took my half, but then her half went to paying the shit she should have been paying in the first place. Because it took every bit of it and actually a little more, too. Like, I did not get a clean half of my part. I did not get anything extra from it. If anything, I lost out a bit. But whatever, it was paid. That was of the most importance. Is those bills were paid, and we were good to go. And I know there's a safe room around here. Where the hell is it? Damn it. Oh, there's another secret-y thing through here. I'm glad I came back. Is it a word of power? It is. Okay. Balance shotgun. We don't even have some of this stuff. I pay off her bills, at least the ones that involve the trailer. And life goes on. Well, shit starts going south in Georgia. And I don't fully understand what happened. And I don't know if I really ever will, but basically they were not really respecting her privacy, and they were like gaslighting her about shit and like getting into fights about stuff. I don't really understand everything and what happened there, nor do I think I ever will. Yeah, man, I've got a fair amount of healing. Just don't get hit, which is harder to do with Alan. I'm fully aware. Yeah, they're throwing shotgun ammo at me. I wish you could stack up a bit more. That would make more sense in this game, I feel like. Really? We had 2 stacks of that? That's weird. Maybe I accidentally made the second stack just now. I don't know. But whatever. Quick save. Then we're heading back the way we came just now. So she ends up going, this is probably about a month and a half ago. She ends up going up to our grandmother's in Indiana, which I go up and see her every year for the holidays season, sometime around then. And she goes to spend a really long time with our grandmother, which I can appreciate that she wants to, as our grandmother's getting up there in age. Like, we really can't take anything for granted as far as like how long we have her. Every day is a gift, so on and so forth. You know the drill. And yeah, while she was there, she got in trouble with her roommates because she wasn't paying the rent while she was gone. They apparently did not work all that shit out. And that was the ultimate, or the last straw, right? Inventory full still? Are you sure? How big is this gun? Holy shit. Why is the shotgun so goddamn huge? And it only does the 2. That's terrible. Well, we'll do that, I guess, and hope for the best. I'm not almost done with the story, but I'm at least to to where I can tell you about today. So let's do this Night Springs episode and leave that story on pause for now. Because I really want to check this out, and I've been sitting here him-hawing around.
Young woman on a mission to save a missing loved one. Desperately trying to stay one step ahead.
Oh, is this still her? That's dope.
Agents from the very same agency that took the only person she cares about. On her quest, she is guided by her mysterious alien guardian angel. Her guiding star shows her the way, as it always has. She does not know what strangeness awaits her as she follows its unwavering light to the small town of Night Springs. Tonight's dreamlike episode, North Star.
The red trees are giving me a Deadly Premonition vibe, like straight out of the gate.
Strange.
Is this Jesse?
No helping it. The universe is much deeper and weirder than people know.
Do we get to play as Jesse?
We've seen it. We've seen you. But there are some people, an agency, that doesn't want anyone knowing more than what they see.
What the
That's why they took my brother and have been chasing me my whole life.
What the fuck, dude? This is even cooler. We get to play as Jesse fucking Faden from Control. But we don't have any of our cool powers. That's like the first thing I'm gonna check, unfortunately. So I wonder if this happens prior to her finding the oldest house. I don't know. This may never actually happen, just be a neat what if.
You think something here's important?
Looks like
What,
the
the numbers?
238. Saturday 15th, 238.
I've never been able to track down the government agency that took my brother. Until now. You helped me find this place. Now you'll help me get him back.
So Polaris is saying head over there.
Hello? Is anybody here?
This is an interesting thing if you've played Control, because the symbol for the Federal Bureau of Control, and really what represents what a entity or entities known as the board uses, an inverted black triangle for their symbol. And oh look, it's like it's beckoning her to the oldest house. So clearly she doesn't have her powers yet.
A roasting bar. This place really makes me want a coffee. But I guess that's the point.
And again, the black triangles, it's like heavily hinting at the board from Control. It's so good. Not that those Polaris.
Amusement park need a welcome center. No tape. I don't have time to sit around watching movies anyway.
I don't know what the meaning of the hand symbol is there, but that is clearly making some sort of hand symbol. She's not equipped with a gun, so I don't know I'm trying not to risk combat.
Here, get inside the light. Oh, they don't like the light. You shouldn't be here. How did you even get inside?
Shit, a cop. Should I lie? I kind of let myself in.
Got more than you bargained for, huh?
What's going on here? What are those shadow people?
Well, that's what I'm here trying to figure out. The government's been putting something in the coffee. Turning people into coffee.
Is it FK in the coffee?
Is this the same government agency that's been chasing me all these years?
So this is clearly prior to Control.
Looking for someone. My brother. Have you seen anybody?
Well, only if you count those monsters. I'm sorry, ma'am. They've been abducting people from Night Springs, too. I'm here to get them back home. But now it's time you left. It's not safe here.
Something in the coffee is doing this? Really?
Took me a while to wrap my head around it, too. At first, I thought... Well, I don't know what I thought. But now it's clear. This is deep state science.
I'm not going anywhere until I find my brother.
I respect that. There's a warehouse just past the park. It's locked up tight, has some fancy government security system, but the intercom is busted. I figure that's where they're keeping our missing folks. There's a spare pistol and flashlight on the bench. I'd feel better if you took them. Those monsters don't do well with light. And whatever you do not drink the coffee.
This should make things easier.
Ooh, we are loaded up. The Rock Band logo. Join us. Join the Percolation. Well, that's a little culty, I guess.
Let's check out that warehouse the sheriff mentioned. You still with me? Good to hear.
I didn't think we were going to get such a direct introduction to Jesse Faden, though. We have already seen Dylan Faden, her brother. He showed up earlier. Not like earlier this session, but... Come on, take it. Thank you. The fuck is that? I mean, it's triangles. I love that this DLC is kind of just interweaved through Alan's parts. I thought it was wild that we weren't getting him with Saga, but I guess that makes sense. Well, anyways, while we're chilling out, I guess I can continue the story because I'm gonna be exploring for a minute anyways. So we left off with my sister was staying with my grandmother for a few weeks, and while she was gone, her and her roommates got in a fight because she wasn't paying rent. this gun's interesting. It always fires 2 shots. And everywhere is dangerous now, I guess. There's so much ammo. Almost too much ammo, you know? So she gets... Like, she can't really drive. Like, or let me say this. She can drive, but for her safety and the safety of all others on the road, she should not be driving post-stroke, because she is not very good at it at this point. That was getting kind of to the limit. So I guess I should say that as like a number to myself, and that'll probably make it easier. There's 9 of them, right? So if I just say the number out loud, then we're good. So she gets a bus ticket because she can't really drive, and I will say that I fucked up a little bit because I thought she was going to be coming into town today. Today is Sunday, but the ticket was actually for Saturday. So she would have had to have waited for me to get off of work and for Savvy to get off of work, because Savvy got off work about half an hour or so after I did on Saturday. But that didn't really matter at the end of the day, because she missed her transfer bus in Ohio. And the reason was, from what I can tell, I saw the guy, but I want to make sure there's no more. How many batteries do we have? Oh, this can be a fully automatic gun. If you hold it, she'll keep shooting. That's why I have so much ammo. Okay, I guess. Hold on a sec. This is going to require my concentration. 5, 6, 9, 3, 2, 4. 5, 6, 9, 3, 2, 4. Alright. So it turns out she got stranded in Ohio for the day. Not necessarily due to it being my fault, but if she had... Well, honestly, what happened to her to get her stuck is probably going to happen to her anyways, if I had to guess. What happened was she...
A tasting room?
Weird. But also there's a circle-y thing that we've seen that before in the Ocean View Motel on one of the doors, I think. But I digress. She got stranded because they were taking her stuff from the first bus to the connecting bus, and I guess one of the administrative people saw it or whatever, and they were like, that is too much shit. It was 3 bags was what it was, and she's like, 2 bags are free, and then every bag after costs extra. And my sister hadn't paid that. They let her get on the bus in the first place without paying it. So it wasn't a big deal when she left where our grandmother lives, but oh shit in hellfire, it was a big problem in Ohio. So while she's arguing with the lady, she misses her connecting bus and gets stranded in Ohio for the day. Yeah, it's a little different. So she contacts me while I'm working, freaking the hell out, like blowing up my phone to the degree that, like, since I can't check it, but I know stuff's coming in, like, I'm like, oh my goodness, because in my head, she's still up in Indiana. I didn't even know she was traveling yet. I was worried, like, holy shit, did our grandmother die? Like, what the fuck? Hold on a sec. I'm gonna actually type this out. It's getting hard to remember. 6, 2, 3. Oh, that one's not bad. 4, 6, 9, 1, 2, 3. Yay. I would love to know what those are. I kind of wonder if anybody's deciphered those yet. Is that kind of looks like flag code. I don't know if it actually is, but that's what I think it is. And I end up going on break early and reaching out to her, and I'm like, what's going on? She explains everything to me. And like, she's about 2 hours away. Well, no, it's about 3 where I'm at. So I was like, because it's 3 hours there and 3 hours back, plus whatever she needed to do. Plus, she wouldn't be able to do anything until today, Sunday, anyways. It's stupid.
Hi, I need to get inside.
Please insert passkey.
Sorry, I lost it.
Please insert passkey.
Fucking machine.
That sounds kind of like the Bureau.
Submit to security questions for authorization.
Sure. What's the question?
Please recite the fourth word of Dark Triangle Coffee's mission statement, as seen in our orientation video.
What kind of question is that?
That is incorrect.
Just let me the fuck in.
Just let me inside the fucking building.
That is incorrect.
It's worth trying. But also mood is shit.
Guess we need to find that orientation video.
Yeah, I guess we do, don't we? So I was willing to make that drive if she could at least get a refund, because they made her buy a whole new ticket, and we're like, yeah, you don't have another ride until Sunday. I was willing to just go get her if she could get a refund. But they were like, no refunds. Because of fucking course, there's no refunds, right? Like, why would they offer a refund? What a ridiculous thing to think of. It was stupid. So there she is stranded. She ends up getting a room at a Motel 6 with money that she doesn't really have. But she makes it work. Because they closed at 11. They weren't going to let her stay there. There was no, like, places that she could go. She told me that she checked all the churches and, like called out to churches and shit. But, like, nobody was answering. And I don't know how much work she actually put in. Like, maybe she did. I could not find that guy for the life of me. You know, maybe she did do the research. I wasn't really in a position to do so for a lot of that because I was working for a decent amount of it anyways.
Probably shouldn't drink any straight.
I was hoping that my videotape. I guess not. Let's see. So I ended up not going because I'm like, well, since they're gonna make you have this ticket, you might as well ride the bus. The 6 hours is a pretty long ass amount of driving. That doesn't include the additional driving that I did today, which was another couple hours. Like, again, I've had to learn to kind of set some boundaries and only help so much. Because with the way things work with my sister, the more help you give, the more help she needs. It never really ends. Unfortunately. I wonder if they're going to come up here. Can they even get up here from there? I don't think they can. They're down there by the big pie. Seven, 5, 8, 4, 9, 6. 7, 5, 8, 4, 9, 6. We're running out of space. I don't even have the shotgun yet. I hate getting around this place. It sucks so bad. So she gets a Motel 6, which she, well, she wasn't thrilled with it. She also didn't necessarily regret it either. She said it was very comfy, and exactly what she needed after all the stress of that day. And to be clear, like, I recognize, like, what a dog shit day for her, right? Like, that sucks. Even though, like, it kind of worked out for me in the sense of, like, oh, hey, you know, I wasn't even going to be ready to pick you up for a while anyways. Granted, she wouldn't have to wait, like, all that long, but it'd be probably about four hours or so at the bus station. She'd been waiting for me. Is this where we came in from? No, this is how we leave. Actually, I think this was where we came in from, but yeah, it is. But I digress. So today happens and she does get delayed in another city in Ohio because, like, the bus driver, I guess, was only like, nah, I'm only gonna drive for like the first hour. And then the other two's got to be somebody else. Sorry, bro. And they didn't have the other driver ready. Like, that just was not a thing.
A videotape was missing from the Welcome Center. I think the password I need is on it. You haven't seen it, have you?
Yeah, I've seen it. But that tape is chock full of government brainwashing. I watched a bit and it was doing something to me. It's dangerous. You can't watch that tape.
I need
that
it.
videotape, Sheriff.
Well, this is exactly how they get you. But fine. If you really want it, I hid it in the Ferris wheel, cup number 4. You'll need this key. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Appreciate it, I guess. All right. So, Ferris wheel. Got it. This looks like a Ferris wheel to me. So she gets stuck. They eventually do get another driver. She gets delayed a couple hours due to it, but like it is what it is. I go pick her up and bring her back to the town that we're from. It's where she's moving to, because she has made arrangements for this an apartment essentially. She'd already made the arrangements and she just needed to meet the dude to pay the rent. So I feel like this story is so long that like you you may not even necessarily remember what had happened to her, and that's fair. But we stop at the Walmart first because she tells me that the dude is requesting a gift card, which with the work I do work with gift card scams on a pretty regular basis. And this was like, I was seeing red alarm bells for this, and I was like, what the fuck, dude? It's like, I was like, are you sure like this is legit? Because this is like textbooks online scam. And she was like, yeah, I talked to him. I even already paid the security deposit. The security deposit was $200, and she paid that so that way she could hold the room, right? Now, I want to ask you, person who's listening to this story, the first thing that you would do when you find an apartment, what do you think it would be? Is it do an application, pay the application fee, pay a security deposit? Because let me tell you, I would not know. This is not where I need to be. I would not be paying a security deposit if I hadn't even done an application yet. That's weird as fuck. But she got pressured into it because the dude was, you know, creating a sense of urgency, right? So she got pressured into it. She did it thinking her room was saved and like everything was good. And she bought a $50 gift card, one of those Apple gift cards, right? Which those get used a lot, unfortunately. And I was like, well, okay, we are going to meet the person, right? And she's like, yeah. So that's the only reason I even let her did it, is because she told me that they were going to meet. Hold on, we got to watch this tape.
Dark Triangle Coffee is a fast-growing company with ambitions to sweep the nation and eventually the globe with our out-of-this-world beverages. Drawn by our coffee's distinctive flavor and our unique beans, people are rushing to join the Dark Triangle movement. The company's mission statement is simple. To drink the truth
There.
is to become
That's what we need.
one.
The password
Our
is
financial and
truth.
spiritual growth
Now
has
we
been
can-
accelerating at speeds previously
Hey,
unknown
what
to
is-
humanity.
Something is
Soon everyone will be
Something is in my head. Please, you're not dreaming. Please, no, please, Lord. You stopped it. That was awful. Like a voice screaming in my head. But we got what we needed. The fourth word of the mission statement. Truth. Let's get back to that warehouse. That video was doing something to me. If you hadn't been there, what would have happened? What is this agency trying to do here? Control people? But why? What's their plan?
Oh, baby, this ain't the
What if
FBC.
my brother has already been... No.
At least I don't think it
didn't come all
is.
this way to lose him now.
The tasting room. Ba-da-da. I wonder if something will happen in here now.
Sheriff said not to drink this stuff. Probably shouldn't drink any strange coffee.
Okay, so
Better not.
hasn't changed. Cool. We get to the apartment complex after she gets her gift card. We had lunch too. Pretty uneventful as far as this long ass story goes. But we went to the apartment and we were waiting for the dude, and the whole time, like even like while she was like trying to get to town, he was just harassing the hell out of her, but like not saying mean things. If anything, he was saying like very concerned things like, are you okay? Are you going to make it here? And he's just blowing her shit up, right? And I'm lost. I found that warehouse like a million times when I didn't need it, and now that I do need it, I can't find the fucking thing. That's sounds par for the course. I see you there, dude. Bonk, bonk. That's so much ammo. It doesn't really matter. I wonder if we're going to fight like a giant coffee mug or something. Which, by the way, like I'm really enjoying this this episode of Night Springs, and I'm almost done with the story. I promise. It gets prolonged because I get sidetracked. I'm terrible at telling stories when I'm playing games. I really shouldn't do it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So we're waiting at the apartment complex, and the dude is hounding her for that gift card code. And I tell her, do not send him that code over WhatsApp. Because they're talking on WhatsApp, which is another red flag for this. Granted, there are legit uses for WhatsApp. But, like, that was the only way they'd communicate. And it's only, like, during that period of time that I find out they've only communicated through text. She's tried to call him, but like the call always like didn't go through, and it just didn't work out.
Please recite the fourth word of Dark Triangle Coffee's mission statement, as seen in our orientation video.
Truth.
That is correct. Further verification.
Oh, what the fuck, dude.
Optimal roasting temperature for Dark Triangle Coffee beans in Fahrenheit.
180?
That is incorrect.
Fuck you. Well, we're gonna have to go figure that out. More wandering.
I bet I can find the temperature I need at that roasting bar.
I heard a dude.
Roasting temperature.
I'm about to get
You
jumped.
don't happen to know, do you? Didn't think so.
Let's see if the sheriff knows it. That seems to be the gameplay loop, is go talk to the sheriff. Nope. He's got nothing. We're going to find this one on our own, friends. We're waiting for the dude. He's pushing for the code. And I'm like, do not send him that code. Don't do it. If it's true, like he was saying it was for an application fee and that she needed to provide that to... Shit, hold up. 500.
Prime what? Prime number? This is like being back in school.
Oh, what? Hold on. We gotta do math. Fine. Let me finish this story. Then we're gonna do math. Because I'm close to being done. I'm kind of getting tired of telling it, to be honest.
Let's check this out.
So I'm adamant, like, if he shows up in person to get this stuff, then Andy has the application. Okay, cool. It's fucking weird. It is sketchy as shit, but maybe like this is like just kind of like a under the table thing. That does happen. It's not common, but it is what it is. Dude never shows. We're there for a good hour, probably, maybe a little longer. We call him, and let me just say that his name is Edward Willoughby, I think is what it was supposed to be. But like, the one time we did get him to answer the phone, he did not sound like an Edward Willoughby. And I mean, I can't fully rule him out because you never know. But he did not sound like an Edward Willoughby. And the whole time that we're trying to go back and forth with him on this, like, my sister's phone keeps dying. And for some reason, I can't message him from my phone. It doesn't go anywhere. Concernicus, I was. I like how this keeps moving. So it eventually hangs up over on a call with them, and I'm like, all right, well, fuck it. We gotta figure out what you're doing tonight. Which she was gonna figure that out anyways, because she wasn't gonna be moving in tonight. The earliest she would have been moving in is tomorrow. Which she doesn't have all that much stuff. Hopefully it was furnished. But those were not considerations for me. So a friend was gonna hang out with her. Or rather, she was gonna go to a friend's house, like, cause she's lived there before, like in that town. So I took her over to the friend's house and dropped her off. But like, we're pretty certain at this point that she got scammed out of the security deposit. So she's reaching out to her financial institution to hopefully get that as a chargeback, but I'm not very hopeful for that. I would love to see it for her. I just don't think it's going to happen. she still has the gift card code. She hasn't sent it to anybody, and she knows not to send it to anybody. She should only be, if there is any legitimacy to it, she should be giving it to them in person. We kept asking for their address. We're like, we'll bring it to you. Where are you at? Wouldn't give us the address. Super fucking sketchy. Push back so hard. It's like, no, you need to send it here or else I can't get the application to you. The manager doesn't want me to give it to you. But if you send the code, then I can give it to you. Like, what fucking sense does that make? None. So, like, nothing he was saying or responding with made any sense. We're pretty sure she got scammed. I told her you should really start looking into a plan B. Something, anything. She can't live with me and Savvy. Our lease doesn't allow for it, and financially, that's it's not a thing. We can't really take on a third person because she wouldn't be able to contribute very much. And again, I have to kind of like there's my boundary. I tried being her keeper for a couple of years, and it was too much. So I have to keep her at a distance. There's the story. I'm sorry that took an hour and 20 minutes to tell, but games are distracting, yo. Okay. I hope you enjoyed it, or I'm sorry if it pissed you off.
So the temperature is higher than whatever this is.
Is an optimal roasting temperature which is greater than the sum of our triangle, which the sum of the triangle is 180, so it's greater than 180. That's not the greater than symbol, Dylan. Cool. So it's greater than 180. The first digit of the optimal roasting temperature is half the second, and the third digit is one less than the one before. That tells me fucking nothing right now. It does not exceed, so it's less than 500. And we do get the hint prime. So I'm a dumbass. 500 is not a prime number. So that tells us it has to be a prime number. Well, let's pull up a list of prime numbers, because Wow, people have Google searched the shit out of this. Just give me the list, dog. Alright, so we need to look for a number where it's a 3-digit number, so I can rule out any 2 digits. I can rule out anything below 180. And I've already ruled out on this list anything greater than 500. So that leaves us with a few. So I need to look for one where the first number is half the second. So that's going to be like, it could be 241, but the third digit, it had to be 243. So that rules out anything with 2. And 3, we're going to look at like 360. Well, there is a 367. But I don't think that's it. So let's look at the 400s. That's going to be like in the 480. 487 matches this criteria. So, did they try it here? No, they didn't. But I think it's 487. Shout out to qmath.com for having all these listed out so I could quickly play the numbers game. But who needs to do math when you can just look up a list of prime numbers? It's like I'm playing Final Fantasy 14 all over again, the fucking numbers boss. Like, I'm dumb, y'all. Don't make me pick prime numbers in the middle of a boss fight. Alright.
Please recite the optimal roasting temperature for dark triangle coffee beans in Fahrenheit.
I'm not a fucking barista.
That is incorrect.
Well, I already know what it is, like...
Please recite the optimal roasting temperature for dark...
Oh, I have to type it into the damn... I know. I have to type it into the damn thing, and it'll probably spit out, like, the perfect roast or whatever when we're done. I'm starting to learn my way around.
I think that worked.
Look at that.
487. Who knew geometry would actually come in handy?
I didn't really do any geometry there. That was addition and reading how numbers work.
Please recite the optimal roasting temperature for dark triangle coffee beans in Fahrenheit.
487.
That is correct. Further verification required.
Oh, come on!
Try the coffee.
I tried the coffee.
You are not coffee. Try the coffee.
Worth a shot. Try the coffee. That's gonna be a problem. But I can't stop now. You'll keep me safe. Right?
Oh. Where'd the sheriff go? Maybe he has become part of the coffee. Man, fuck off. They made it a whole thing getting back here.
Here goes nothing.
And the sheriff's not here to tell us not to taste it.
Huh. That wasn't so... Shit. There's definitely something wrong with this coffee.
Why did you leave the light, man?
You all right, Sheriff? I heard
No, I'm fine. I was looking for you when one of those things jumped me. Got a little bit of coffee in my mouth, but I spit it out. Should be fine. But listen, I figured something out.
What did you figure out? Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, it's nothing. Those government bastards will never get me. But it's not just the government. There's something else here. I don't know what it is, but it's... You need to get your brother and get out of here as soon as you can. Promise me.
Yeah. I promise, Sheriff.
Good. That's good. I'm just gonna catch my breath here a minute.
Like, he's probably gonna be the boss fight, but it'd be cool if it was a giant coffee cup.
Try the coffee.
I tried the coffee.
You are coffee.
Little sketch.
Welcome. Coffee.
Here we go. Ready? Glad one of us is.
Oh my god. I was half right.
What the fuck are those things? Locked. To keep people out or in.
The coffee speaks through him. The promised mug has been found. Join the percolation.
You are a rogue bean. Oh god. Okay. I'm not sure how I feel about a stealth section in a game that doesn't have stealth mechanics. Well, that's unfortunate.
Glad one of us is. What the fuck are those things? A key. Probably worth holding on to.
Hey, alright. Make the world coffee.
Brought you a coffee. Take it. Don't be rude.
Sheriff? Sheriff! How'd you get in here?
Coffee time is family time. It's the best part of the day.
Hey! Snap out of it!
Coffee solves all your problems. It lowers heart disease and leads to higher life expectancy.
Fuck. I'm so sorry, Sheriff. This is a nightmare. I need to find my brother. He has to be okay.
I'm just gonna go down here, dog.
What the hell? Have you ever seen anything like this?
We have seen this. It's all the various coffee cups and coffee related things and triangles in the sky. Because triangle shapes are really important to this, I suppose.
This isn't the government.
Hello, sister. I would like to tell you about a dream I had.
What a weird but amazing DLC.
Conspiracy. How can one expose a lie when the truth exists beyond our wildest imagination? Who can ever truly know how deep the rabbit hole goes in Night Springs?
You are coffee.
Space invader, looking cute in a human suit. Secret agents with the down race they shoot. Psychic powers, hypnotizing magic fruit. Strange machines, weird mysteries. We got freaky fantasies. Night springs, psycho killer on the run. Yeah, night springs. Down the black hole sun, 'cause in the night springs, we're just looking for the thrill. All your nightmares come true. Crashing through the warning signs, your car breaks down just outside in night springs. Endless versions of this town, they're called off the elder guard who live inside a sleeper's dream. Better let her sleep in night springs. If you die in your arms out of Monday, I haunt you when you like it. Night springs, caught in an endless time loop. Yeah, night springs, a solar system in your soup. 'Cause in night springs, we're just looking for the thrill. All your nightmares come true. Lost in mist for days and days. Now you see the sign it says night springs.
Okay, well, that was an adventure, and we're back to Alan. I'm gonna miss playing as Jesse. All right, so the Ocean cocktail is $25.50, so we need to keep that in mind, and also make this shotgun a quick slot item for us. guy was hella aggressive. I couldn't even get my flashlight going. Heck, we're always hobbling along, is Alan. Figured we get some music or something with all the speakers. Oh yeah, places. It's something, by golly. This is water damage. Okay, so the hotel's got some water damage. Oh, well, that's convenient. His room's like right there.
The room was empty except for the projector. More games. Was the film a message waiting to be played?
That looks different. That is a spiral.
In this temple of shadow and mist, there's a window in the floor and a door in the ceiling. There's no knowing, am I standing still, or running, or kneeling?
You're the one who's been calling me.
Indeed. I'm Tom Zane. Welcome to the House of Zane.
The poet. The diver. You look like me. How the hell?
Or maybe you look like me, you handsome devil. The diver was a beloved character I played in one of my films. I'm a filmmaker, a celebrated auteur.
I need answers. Why is Return so important? What?
Alan, you always get worked up like this. Come on, I'll fix you a drink. You and me, Alan. We're in this together. Two artists collaborating, remember? Crafting the keys to our escape. Your magnum opus, Return, and its companion piece, my film. Sharing our life-altering visions, a melding of higher minds. Dreaming up our transcendental work of art. Here, in this room, in this room, in
I need the clicker. It's returned because we returned.
They just partied the whole time, I guess.
And that is how the magic happened.
Enough of this bullshit. Alice is in danger. I need another murder site to go further. Back to Parliament Tower. Scratches!
Your wife is safe back in the real New York. But Scratch is reaching for her through an overlap. Return is the key to escaping the dark place. You need to get it before that freak does. There's a murder site here in the hotel. Let the waves of your riding carry you there.
Hello?
That Alice? Oh no.
They're all yours. If anyone asks, you were never here.
Thomas Zane had ended our talk in what felt like a paranoid fit. I had what I needed from him. There was another murder site in the hotel to guide me further toward my escape. I had to write my way to it.
Whispers from the police radio kept me awake at night. The word through the ether. A murder in the backdrop of a play featuring a murder cult. Huh. How meta can you get? He said, looking knowingly at the camera. I could sense the cult of the word in this, and their leader, Mr. Scratch. Rumored to be Alan Wake, the writer who'd gone missing years before.
The hotel was a perfect setting for a Casey story. I was on the right path.
Hoping we get like a light source here
I
soon.
would start at the entrance lobby. The entrance hall set the mood, where everyone had come in. The victim, the murderer, the detective. An idea, clear as a vision, waited for me here.
We're gonna look for a light first. Okay. Can we line it up this way? No, it has to be the other way around.
So, you were the director of this play?
Yeah, that's me. Our performance of the cult was cursed from the pre-show ritual on. The cult is an immersive theatrical experience.
Uh-huh. You're gonna have to walk me through what that means.
Immersive theater. A play where the audience can participate, spread across this hotel. The cult is a legend. The only written copy of the manuscript lost, the play is passed on as oral tradition between theater companies. Each company only performs it once. The play was said to have special power. You were like kids playing with a Ouija board. And when you call for the devil, it will come.
The pre-show ritual. That's it. Set it up. Start from the beginning.
Well, fuck it. Let's do it here.
The plot board was empty again. I needed a new draft, back at the beginning, but closer to my goal. Layers upon layers. A play about a murder cult, infiltrated by a real murder cult.
Interesting. Some of the doors are marked. These are the same ones that are in the Ocean View Motel.
The room at the end of the corridor was closed off. It felt significant. Something terrible would happen there.
And while I suppose I could heal up, I really want to find a safe room. I think it's something that we haven't had one for a little bit now. But it's not for Alan. Is this it? Yeah. That shotgun's a pretty significant inventory space investment. Like, I'll keep it, but man, I don't know. There's usually a little something to loot in these rooms too. But I don't think I'm gonna get lucky with that this time. Okay, I think we need to go ahead and change up the scene.
I couldn't add a new element from here. I'd have to go to the scene.
Ah.
changed. The troop were busy building their own Wicker Man, where they themselves would be sacrificed. The prop room had been changed from room 104 to room 225.
So this was the previous prop room. Well, there went our inventory space, just like that. Shoebox. How many dudes are they gonna throw at me? They usually keep me about 15 bullets. That seems to be kind of where they like to keep me. I could have swore I saw that move. Like, I don't like all the fake shadows. It's annoying. Either very slowly wait for them to naturally dissolve, or you use a burst, which is a limited, finite resource, and make them go away quickly. So they were guarding this room. ain't shit in here, dude. And this isn't a place where I can change the plot. At least not directly.
The ballroom would be the stage of a key scene in the play.
Let's investigate before we apply any scene to it. Or I guess any plot element. Word of stuff. Oh, those are all really good. I honestly think this one makes the most sense. Even though I really wanted this one. Because, like, look at that. Now we have his bottom row. Well, it's still marking some stuff for us. Investigation. So this is going to be kind of a weird spot. I did mention that this is going to be kind of a short one, but we'll try to get a longer session tomorrow. But y'all, I've had a long day. If my story tells you anything, as that took place over the course of a few hours. So we're going to pick up from here tomorrow. But in the meantime, y'all, be safe, be kind. I'll catch you tomorrow.